At this point, you should have went through the first 2 slides that go along with writing proposals. Your first slide talked about specifically what you're going to be looking at with regards to synergy. Your second slide talks about what a proposal is. And then at the bottom of that slide it says follow the steps to begin writing your synergy proposal. What I would like to do today is actually fill in the blanks of what is or what needs to be included when you actually write your proposal. So we're going to take a look at a sample synergy proposal plan, and right now I just want you to focus on the elements that need to be included. And you'll see here the first thing that you need is a summary. Then you're going to need a statement of need. You're going to need to outline your goals. You're going to need a timeline, so what time frame are you looking at to complete this? And then we are adding a section where we're going to allocate the funds. And allocation of funds means this is how we want to spend the money. Okay? With that being said, we're going to take a look at a sample proposal that's already been done, and this one's a little bit different because it has to do with a building proposal, and you're going to be writing a funding proposal. So your proposal is going to deal with more with money, but this will at least give you an idea of the parts that need to be included. Okay, so this project, it has a title. It's the Magaya Primary School Project Proposal, and you see that there at the top. Okay, it's outlined here at the top for you. That's the title of the proposal. Then they've included some pictures, some things that, hey, you know what? This is the problem, and we're going to jump into that and we're going to identify it. The first thing that you're going to see is the summary, and I've already highlighted that because if you remember back to this sample proposal, the first thing that you need to write is a summary. So what is the summary of the project? Okay? In this case, they are trying to outline what the problem is. So in the summary, they talk a little bit about the problem. Then they go on to identify, hey, you know what? We're going to raise some money. So right here, the construction cost and how much the materials are going to be. Okay? And then ultimately, here's what we want to do. So it says right here, the Rosara Memorial Trust's main objective is to create community capacity to provide education and health infrastructure. Okay, and they want to reach out to those most vulnerable. All right? Then they jump down and they identify the problem. So their problem, and I've already highlighted the key points so that we don't have to read through this entire paragraph, is that due to the lack of funding that this school district or school corporation is having, they're unable to build new schools. Okay, and we saw a picture of what their current conditions look like. So the problem is they don't have enough funds and they want to be able to build new schools. Okay, again, going back to our synergy proposal, that would fall into our statement of need. So in this case, the statement of need is, hey, we need some new buildings. These buildings are not safe for the students. Okay? If we flip a little bit further into the proposal, they have combined their timeline and their goals into one section. So they have theirs broken down and they've highlighted phase 1. So phase 1, and again I've used my highlighter and already pinpointed the specifics here, construction of 4 classrooms. So they want to build 4 classrooms to start with. Okay? They also want to install a 5,000 liter water collection plastic tank, and this is going to assist with any needs that the school would have with regards to water. So goals and timeline are combined in this section. There's expected results, so their goal, if we flip back to our proposal plan, next we have goals. Their goal is to provide quality education for 300 students. They want to improve the standards of life among the teaching staff, and they want to increase enrollment. So they have 3 goals here that they are trying to accomplish with this proposal. Okay? So again, on your proposal plan, your next step, so I'll flip back one more time so you can see it. Step 3 is to identify the goals. Okay? Now, in the sample plan that we're looking at, the sample proposal that we're looking at, they have already identified their timeline within their phases and within their goals. But this would be something that you would need to identify. So with your synergy proposal, you are deciding how money needs to be spent that we've raised through fundraising. Money needs to be spent. What kinds of things are we going to purchase? Are we going to focus always on the needs? Or do we want to look at some of the wants that the children living at Synergy may have? And you're going to decide, when do we want to make these purchases, and when do we want to have the items delivered to Synergy. Okay? The last step, I'm going to flip all the way back because they have a budget here, which would apply in the case of our allocation of funds. You need to break out. You need to be very specific. How do you want to spend the money that we've raised? So your last step in the proposal is going to be the allocation of funds. And in this step, guys, you need to decide, are we going to spend it all on things that Synergy needs? Or are we going to spend it on things that maybe the children at Synergy want? This is going to be based on research. It's going to be based on conclusions that you make with regards to that money. Okay? So your Synergy proposal, the allocation of funds, is the last step. Now, with that being said, I want you to keep in mind that you do need to provide some type of conclusion when it comes to writing your proposal. Okay? Today, in this video, we've just outlined what needs to be included in your Synergy proposal. You need to follow the step-by-step guide that's also been shared with you in the writing proposal, the Synergy proposals Google Slides. And this takes you through the project step by step. Okay? When it comes time for the allocation of the funds step, which is your last step, however you want to display this. So if you want to use pictures, if you want to use a pie chart, if you want to use a graph, okay? These proposals are going to be introduced to the Synergy director, and they're going to make a decision as to, hey, you know, this is great. This looks like the best way to spend our money. Okay? So if you look again here, you have steps to follow.